What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be trying out some Mudshot Diggersby in the Open Great League. Diggersby with Mudshot is a very spammy Pokemon. It's a normal and ground type, which is very unique, and it's also one of the bulkiest picks in the game, which gives it a lot of core-breaking potential, and it can be a very fun Pokemon to use. I'm going to pair it up with Malamar, which I absolutely love, and Wigglytuff, which I absolutely hate. I don't really use Wigglytuff a lot, but it does pair very well with Diggersby, and since I don't really use it too much, I guess I might as well try it out every now and then, but I'm sorry for the Wigglytuff haters. I know I shouldn't be using this, but I'm going to anyway. Real quick though, before we get into the battles, I want to ask, if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It does help out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. Let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Okay, we got a legend. Oh boy. Diggersby into Skeledirge. Okay, actually a good lead for once in my life. We'll see though if this is... I say for once in my life as if I didn't just get a really good lead a second ago. I don't necessarily need switch here. Okay. This is not bad at all. I'm not sure if I swapped in time for where they can get 2 attacks off against us, but we'll see what they're gonna do. I'll go for this, and at this point, I am a little bit worried about, like, I've seen teams recently in GBL that really like baiting out the Wigglytuff, and I feel like that could be what we're seeing here. I feel like they really wanted to bait out the Wiggles. They'll get a bit of a farm down against us, though. Like, I feel like maybe we're still in a playable spot, because I can bring in my Diggersby now and get a bit of energy here. And having energy on my Diggersby should hopefully open up my team no matter what's in the back. We see a Pangoro, which I'm going to be honest, I don't have a hard answer to this. I'm very fine, though, if they let this go. They do. I might be able to sidewave this down. It's going to be kind of close, because of how spammy this Pokemon is. I have to shield this up no matter what, I think. This game's gonna get really awkward, though. Oh, they close combat. That's huge. Now I can foul play this. Although maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have overfarmed a little bit more than this, too. Because now, like, Torch Songs are gonna be a potential problem. Although I survive a Torch Song from here, right? So if they don't Shadow Ball us, I should be fine. And if they do Shadow Ball, that is a lot of energy down the drain. They do Torch Song. Nice. So we foul play here. But they are ramping up, and I don't love that either. Them ramping up is very scary. Skeledirge is gonna maybe have enough in the tank here to win this game for them. I have to no-shield this no matter what, because they're gonna get a third move off anyway. So I just have to hope that they can't ramp up quick enough here to win them the game. Ow. Okay, they throw again, just, I guess, to... Oh, man, wait. Is Torch Song gonna be so spammy that they can just get another one off here in just a second? I think I need a bait. Oh my goodness, wait, I might just get farmed down by the next Incinerate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think the next Incinerate could knock us out, and they just no-shield that! I guess they're a legend. That's why they're a legend, right? Honestly, they would have won that game if they shielded that. Oof. All right, we got our next opponent here. 2900s. Let's see if we can get there today. Diggersby into Carbink. Okay, well, that's a good lead matchup. Our whole team has played to this, but by far Diggersby is my best answer. So we'll see what they bring in. They bring in a Feraligatr, of all things. I bring in a Wigglytuff, which is a decent answer to this, although I believe I do lose the Zero Shield matchup. Let's see what they're going to do, though. Hydro Cannon does basically two-shot us. So they're at... their next move in just a second here. They'll be able to outpace us if I want to throw in good timing, which I definitely do. Just to make sure I don't give up any free energy here. Shadow Malamar, though, down shields could be less useful than I might want it to be, depending on what they actually have in the back, if they do end up trying to get some shields down here. I'm going to go for the Swift. Try to get that shield back. Maybe they let this go. I could see them letting this go and trying to leverage his shield advantage, because they know they don't win Switch no matter what this game. Yeah, they do let that go. In comes the Carbink. They'll get a bit of a farm down against us, I suppose. But I'll get some damage with Charm and Icy Wind as well. And while that's not going to do too much to them, what it will do is hopefully make it so my Diggersby has less work to do, just in case I do need to use some Diggersby against their third Pokemon, whatever that might be. I might get a second Icy Wind. It's going to be kind of close if I do or not. I think I actually do. Which, I mean, while it's good that I land this attack, they're just going to switch out and clear their debuff. They have so much energy, they can just save all of what this Carbink wants to do for the backline. Icy Wind does put them down into the yellow, though, so that's kind of cool, I guess. They're going to switch out immediately here. Okay, but at least that's something I can actually have play into with almost no shields left over on Malamar. 5, alright. Even if this is a Rage Fist bait, either they have to close combat me to knock me out, or I survive the next Rage Fist. I do shield a Rage Fist, not the best play, but also not the worst. 8. That's only a Rage Fist. I should survive this, farm down, and degen the degen. Let's see if this is going to happen here. As long as this doesn't knock me out, I'm in a pretty good spot. Yeah, we survived that comfortably enough. We have a superpower ready to go for the Carbink. And now our Diggersby, despite the fact it's down a shield and down, like, I don't know, 100 energy, it's still just such a hard counter into Carbink that there's almost nothing they can do. I guess, are they going to make me do this? Are they not going to quit? They're actually going to make me mudshot them down. Alright, they don't two-shot with Moonblast, so I'm kind of surprised they're still staying in this game. I guess they just want to see how little damage that does? Yeah. Okay, dude. They're actually making me play this out. Okay, whatever. This is where Mudshot's better than Quick Attack, by the way. A bit more fast move pressure into this Pokemon. We farm him down, and we get the win. Alright, next game, another 2900s player. Diggersby up against a Florges. Okay, a little bit of a core breaker here for the team, but I feel like we can still dance around this a little bit. I'm going to go and stay in for just a second. Maybe get them to throw some energy against us before I do anything. Yeah, I know a Chilling Water is going to come through, so what I'm going to do instead of throwing this energy is I'm just going to bank it, come in with my Wigglytuff, and try to force them out so I can clear this debuff. They're at 1, 2, 3. Forretress comes in, not super great to see, but I did need to bait this out, and it's on Volt Switch, so I guess, like, I don't know. I guess it's probably just worse for Wigglytuff, but I can use this as an opportunity. I cleared my debuff on my Diggersby, right? So that's good. And, I mean, honestly, that does some decent damage. I think they need 2 attacks to knock us out here. Good timing by them, though. They're at 6, so 1 away from another Rock Tomb, but they're at a Rock Tomb plus a Sand Tomb, so I guess they could throw that if they want to try to get both moves off first. I do let that go. And in comes a Swift here against them. They have their Rock Tomb right now. I think the play is always going to be just kind of let my Wigglytuff go at this point. I'm putting this into Mudshot downrange for my Diggersby, so that's going to be nice. I don't think they can Volt Switch me down here. No, they can't. They have to throw energy. They will get a Rock Tomb or a Sand Tomb off against my Diggersby. It depends on what they want to do. If they want to debuff my attack or my defense, they have the choice here in the matter. But I'll have a lot of energy on Diggersby after this. What do they throw? I'm hoping for a Sand Tomb, if I'm being honest. I think a Sand Tomb would be better for me. Okay. And hopefully they don't get a second one off, I should say. They don't. Okay, and I'm at back-to-back Scorching Sands, basically, so that's good. Now with this energy lead, I can make this life of this floor just a little bit annoying. Well, Scorching immediately. And I have no idea what's in the back, but I'm just hoping at this point, saying they already have a Bug type and a Fairy type. Maybe my Malamar is going to have some play once this thing's gone. I think I do survive a Chilling Water from here. I'm going to no-shield this. If they Trailblaze, that's pretty smart. No, it is a Chilling. They likely do let this go. It's all on my Malamar right now, though, if I can win this game. My Diggersby is still around at, like, 1 HP here. They do shield that, alright, but I should be able to, like, 1 shield farm down. I'll be a debuffed Malamar to the backline, and I don't love that. But at the very least, I have an energy lead. I have a catch opportunity or a way to clear my debuff that is on my Malamar here. So we'll see, I guess. They do Chilling Water us. What's in the back? I don't know if that's amazing to see, because I am debuffed here, obviously. 2 bugs and a fairy. Not the best matchup for Malamar, but maybe Malamar can still come in clutch in this game. Honestly, the damage there is kind of absurd. Like, that's good damage, not gonna lie. We'll see if we still have play. I need to go for a catch, I think, to win this game. And I don't know if our opponent's gonna think that I'm gonna do that or not. We'll see, I guess. Do they shield this up? They do. I do go for the catch, but they call it. But I get the Fire Punch off here, actually. Fire Punch is super effective. I think they survive this is the problem. But do they think I have a foul play on my other guy? Oh, I just knock out with that! Okay! Well, then I just win. Okay, Diggersby, I did not think you had it in you to knock him out there. I have a foul play, but I think I could have also sidewaved down. What a game. Malamar, you know, triple countered, but who even cares? I was ABA weak to Florges, 2 bugs in the back. Honestly, about as hard countered as you can get. Still somehow came out on top there. That's crazy, dude. Hopefully we're not going to see another Florges lead. That was a little bit annoying. Diggersby into Guzzlord. Okay. I guess this is kind of like a a neutral situation. I'd much rather have my Wigglytuff here, but obviously it's not. My Diggersby is here instead. I have no idea how Mudshot Diggersby plays into Guzzlord nowadays, though I know back in the past, on Quick Attack, Diggersby pretty easily won the zeros, but I wonder if, with the changes to Diggersby and Guzzlord here recently, how does this matchup actually play out? Because I don't think I two-shot with Scorching Sands. I'd love to be able to, but I don't think I will. If I can ever get this into one Charm Snipe down range, that could also be a funny play to go for. No debuff. So they're at 1 right now. This is a very interesting matchup, and honestly, I don't know if I want to try to do a Charm Snipe down, because then I'd lock in my Wigglytuff into likely a Steel type in the backline. I could also get a Scorching Sands debuff here, but I think... What are the odds? Is it like 10% nowadays? I know they nerfed it a while back, so it might just be like a 20% chance to get that debuff. Or a 10% rather. I know I survived this. I think I'd get a Mudshot down here if they do stay in. Because I think they just threw immediately, right? Okay, I'm glad that they swapped this in. Because now I get a Scorching Sands into them. I can outpace guaranteed against this Pokemon with my Malamar. And I likely get a shield off this, right? Yeah. That does knock me out. That's actually probably better. It knocks me out as well. Because now I'm not switch locked in with my Diggersby, or my Malamar rather. They will go for a Hydro Cannon here. That's going to hurt quite a bit if I let it go, so I will end up shielding. And we'll see what they do. 10. Alright. So they're at another Hydro Cannon now. I'm only going to go for a Foul Play, because I don't want to debuff myself just in case I do need my Malamar for the backline, whatever might be back there. They do let that go, but honestly I'm very fine just landing that damage. Because this is going to be farm down range against them. They're ABA weak to fighting so far this game. They might have a Flyer in the backline. Maybe a Ghost or a Fairy. Okay. I think we survive a move from this thing. And if I do, I should just win. But if I don't, if I get knocked out by a Shadow Ball, that would be bad. But I don't think a non-stab Shadow Ball would do that much. I guess we'll find out shortly. This is gonna hurt, but I think I do survive. And then I can bring in my Wigglytuff and Charm down. Shadow Ball. Yeah, we do survive that. Actually, like, not super comfortably or anything, but we survive it well enough. And now's when I bring in my Wigglytuff. I get the Foul Play off against him. I can survive a Dynamic Punch there. And I'll save a little bit of what my Wigglytuff can do, just in case I do need a little bit of extra damage. And I don't think Empoleon even has enough, like, I don't think there's anything they can do even if they catch my move. Because Empoleon's not going to one-shot us with a Hydro Cannon. Let's go. Okay, that was an interesting game. I was kind of worried about Wigglytuff being useless in the backline. Luckily, it was actually still pretty good, despite the Guzzlord lead. Nice, Chris. Oh boy, I think we might just lose this game. I think I know his team, and I don't know... Wait, actually, it's a Clodsire lead. I thought it was a Moltres lead for some reason. This could still be pretty playable. But this is going to be a little bit more awkward than I'd like it to be, just because I think the team has a Galarian Moltres in the backline. I don't want to go down shields here. That's the main problem. So I'm going to let this go. I'm going to go for the Scorching Sands, rather, and hopefully get a shield. I could have brought in my Wigglytuff here, but I need my Wigglytuff, I think, for the final Pokemon. But this game's going to get really awkward because they could land that attack against us. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Shield this up for sure. I don't want to be in a spot where I lose switch advantage. Wigglytuff would be really bad into Clodsire, but honestly, my Diggersby is really low too. 5. Alright. I don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but I just have to hope at this point that I haven't messed up too big. But I think I might have. But they shield that. And they're waiting a couple turns, I guess, just to see if I'm going to switch out. But I can't switch just yet, so I will shield this up. That's a good shield. They're going to give a farm down over against us, or against them, I guess. And then probably Moltres comes in, right? Because I think it's a Moltres in the back. Or... I mean, I get 2 superpowers off against this, which is pretty good. But that Clodsire, man, it might just be too much. 6. I don't know if I can snipe down with the Charm here. I'm gonna try. Oh my goodness, he switches? No! That's very well played. I cannot believe he swapped there. That's a very well played game by them, then. I cannot believe that they swapped right then. That's so annoying. But okay, they Stone Edge. Maybe there's still some play here. I don't know, though. But that switch out is so big brain by them, not gonna lie. I cannot believe that. If I would have got the Charm Snipe down, that game, like, this game would be so simple right now. But that Moltres in the backline, with as much energy as it has, is gonna be a nightmare to deal with. But I have chipped this thing down quite a bit. I don't know. I need to bring in my Diggersby here, because they are a debuffed Clodsire. They're not going to do anywhere near as much damage as they'd probably want to do. Hey, I catch the move. Can I Mudshot this down? I think I have to either try to Mudshot this down. I have to do like 5 and Fire Punch or Mudshot down. Okay, I have to do 5. I can't quite farm down on Mudshot. So I need to be able to somehow knock out this Clodsire now with my Scorching Sands, and I don't think I'm going to have the damage here. It's a Scorching Sands from a Diggersby into a Clodsire. There's like no way it's enough, right? I think they survive this and they just Stone Edge us. Unless I'm completely wrong here. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do get the knockout. Oh, I get the knockout. Okay, I think I played that game terribly. I feel like that game should have been a lot easier than it was, but we'll take the win. Another legend, all right. Diggersby into... Well, that's a good lead. Galarian Corsola. I'm triple strong against this, actually. Interesting. Well, it's good that I'm triple strong into this, because I'm actually kind of weak to Empoleon, so it's good I don't need Switch as much as they probably want it. I can no-shield this. I can just get that shield advantage here in this matchup. And I think at this point, they might try to go for a catch on my third attack, which would make a lot of sense. How was that a CMP? That shouldn't have been one. I should have given them a Metal Sound Sneak, but I guess they might have waited a second there. As we get a shield. And we'll see, I guess, what their final Pokemon is. Like, they have to have an actual Diggersby answer there on their team, right? Dude. What are they farming for? Okay. They're at 10 right now, so they have back-to-back Hydro Cannons. They are just over-farming so much. I think I'm fine letting this go, honestly. Because my Malamar is going to be my most consistent way to deal with this. They're likely going to be fine just sacrificing Empoleon at this point, because they did win Switch Advantage. They're in Foul Play range. My Mudshots were able to do that. And we'll see what their final Pokemon is. As long as it's something that doesn't, like, hard counter both my Malamar and my Wigglytuff, I'm in a good spot. Okay, we knock out the Empoleon. That is step number 1 of having a lot of play right now in the back line. Step number 2 is, like, I guess no Shadow Caesar or something, but even Shadow Caesar down shields wouldn't be that good into me. Oh, it's Wiggles. Not super great, actually. I'll go here for the superpower, though, just because they are locked into this matchup. And it's going to do a lot more than anything my Wigglytuff can throw. 5, 6. Okay, so right now they are at an Icy Wind, but I can survive that. I can Icy Wind the Corsola. Honestly, I wonder if I should have, like, shielded this or something. But my Malamar is still around, too, so I think we're fine. 3, 4... Because I'll get 2 Icy Winds into the Corsola before they can even land a Power Gem into my Wigglytuff. And that's if I shield my Wiggles. Do I shield this, honestly? I don't know. 6. I'm gonna let the first one go. That does hurt, but I do survive it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear the debuff here. They can't astonish me down before I get a foul play because of the debuff they have. And we force energy out of them. They could do a play here where they come in with their Wigglytuff, though. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Yeah, that is what they do. Good play. Honestly, this could be bad. This could be bad that I didn't land my foul play into them. Because I don't know if an Icy Wind here... Actually, an Icy Wind should knock out, right? Like, there's no way it doesn't. It's an Icy Wind into a Galarian Corsola. I could have done 1 extra charm, and that might actually be bad that I didn't go for that. 1 HP loss. I needed to go for the CMP. You've got to be joking me. I'm so bad at this game. I actually just lost this one because I didn't go for the CMP. Oh, they don't have the move. I guess... Yeah, wait. Because they did do a Nightshade earlier. I was 1 off with my counts, I suppose. All right, next opponent, Forretress in the lead. pretty good matchup, especially if they're on Volt Switch. Diggersby just shuts this down. Our opponent switches out into a Furret. Okay. Well, Wigglytuff is a pretty good answer here, although it's not a hard answer. There's ways Furret can brute force this matchup. They're at 6 right now. So they have, I was going to say a Brick Break potentially, but they just go for an Swift there. Which is actually really fine. Because if they do that, then I think we can just win this matchup straight up without having to worry about shielding. And if they want to go down shields here to win Switch, I think that's also probably fine, because they probably have to double shield to do so. We'll Swift for higher damage, and it is a little bit cheaper. Get a shield, wow. Swift again, I guess. If they shield this up, I guess they're going for Switch advantage. I'm really banking on the fact that that Diggersby, or rather that Forretress, is not on Bug Bite. Which could be a bad thing to be risking my entire game on. But we'll see, I guess, how bad it is. It's a non-shadow, though. Like, non-shadow, I feel, is almost always not going to be on the move. They do have Brick Break. Okay, interesting. We'll Fire Punch, just knock this thing out. And we'll see what's in the back. I wouldn't be surprised with an Annihilate. I know Maxie likes his fighters. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know what's in the back then. I guess we just win. Next game, another legend. There's so many legends, guys. I'm not one of them. Not just yet. Another Forretress. Okay. We'll see if they stay in. I would love if they just stay in for some reason. But they don't. They come in Shadow Sealeo, and honestly, I probably shouldn't have brought in my Malamar, because I think I just guarantee to lose Switch against this. But I don't really have a way to guarantee Switch against Shadow Sealeo. This thing's just going to be annoying. They Body Slam. Wow, what a bait. It's actually so bad for me. They're at a Surf right now. I cannot believe they'd Body Slam Betas. I actually can. But like with how slow I was on the counter swap, I think going for the Surf first is always a play for them. Wow, this is so bad. Like, Sealeo just destroys my team. I think they Surf here for sure. Well, what do I know? I don't know why they're not trying to guarantee shields, but it's working out for them. We are in so much trouble. We just lose this game. We don't have an answer into Sealeo. Okay, I'm gonna go for a catch just to try to make something happen here. I know we're gonna get locked into a Forretress, but I saved my Malamar. And that could be helpful. Body Slam's not going to do as much as they'd want. They're going to just bank back up to a move, though, which is a pretty smart play, because now either my Diggersby or my Malamar is going to be in a lot of trouble later on. Well, Icy Wind, chip them down as much as we can, and maybe we can get out of this matchup at some point. Fire Punch this with Diggersby? I don't know. Good timing by them here. They're going to go for the Rock Tomb, likely. It's not going to quite knock us out, though, so I should be able to switch out at some point. And then... can I switch? I can, but I take so much damage in the process. They throw energy into us. It's going to be probably a Sand Tomb right now. But I do survive that. Yeah, that's... oh my goodness. Really good lead, but really terrible backline. Alright, next opponent. Diggersby into Galarian Weezing. Okay, pretty solid lead. Our Wigglytuff, though, does want to avoid this as much as possible. Wigglytuff would be pretty bad here. And we can bring in Wigglytuff into this. I don't necessarily need Switch advantage this game, so maybe I'll let it go. We'll see, though, how they play this out. They're at 7, so they're at 2 after this Hydro Cannon. 2 Hydras do knock out Wiggles, and they have baited out my Wigglytuff, which is a good play on their part. I'll land this Swift at the very least, which will put them down pretty low. And if they do end up throwing immediately here, hopefully I land my next Charm and I put them into a nice farm down range. They do let that go. Okay. I don't know if 5 Mud Shots would be enough here, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that would be the case. But I think the play, like, no matter what, is going to be just invest in my Malamar right now, because super effective Psy-Waves do shred through Weezing's HP. So we'll see if they have a final Pokemon here that's bad for us or not. 4. That's only a Brutal Swing, but obviously that shows a little bit of desperation. They must be a little bit scared of Malamar, or maybe they just want to get, like, anything done with this Pokemon. We'll see, though. Okay, 5. So they're to Sludge right now. I've seen a lot of different movesets on these Weezings in the past. Sometimes they run Brutal Swing Overheat, which is crazy. Okay, we catch the Sludge here, potentially, on our Diggersby. We save a lot of energy on Malamar. As long as there's no hard answer like Altaria in the back, that would probably be the worst-case scenario. Okay, well, it's actually not. In fact, it's something that could have core broke us a little bit if I wasn't careful. But once again, our Wigglytuff would have been so nice in the back line. It's crazy how many times Wigglytuff would just be really good in the back, and our opponents have done very well at baiting it out. No debuff, that would have been nice, but I guess maybe we don't need it. Diggersby is bulky, right? It's going to be able to survive a lot of what this thing's going to throw. They likely don't want to shield, saying I do have superpowers potentially in the backline, but if they no-shield too many attacks here, then they're just going to be in, like, Fire Punch, Mud Shot, Psy Wave, Foul Play range. Eventually, obviously, it's Umbreon, so it might take a while for it to get to that point. Another no-shield. No debuff, but maybe you don't need debuffs. If they let this one go, I feel like then I just start going Fire Punches, and if they shield this up, then maybe I just get Foul Plays and Superpowers with my Malamar. They do let that go. That's crazy to me. I think I survived 2 more Foul Plays from them right now. So I'm going to no-shield this. As long as I get my next Fire Punch through, I think I'm fine. Yeah, they can't even farm us down here. Oh, and they try to go for a catch. Nice. So calling that catch should also just kind of be game over against them. Because I have the 2 Fire Punches, or I will. Plus, the Superpower in the back. Let's go. Alright, next opponent. Diggersby into Wigglytuff. Alright. As long as I whittle this down before my Malamar has to see it, I'm going to be pretty happy about this game. If we don't end up doing that, and they swap out at some point, then, you know, it could always be a little bit dicey, depending on what they bring in. But we do have the ability to land this Scorching Sands before they're going to be able to Icy Wind us. So we'll at least see a decent chunk of their HP go down. No debuff on our side. You know, it is actually possible for Diggersby to debuff. I don't think we see that too often. But sometimes it does happen. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no idea what's going to be in the back. But at this point, I might want to save my Diggersby. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go for a Swift Catch here. They're in range where I can Psywave them down if I have to. And if they, like, have a Forretress or something, I do need to bait that out. They have a Forretress, so it's probably for the best that I baited this out here. I'll get an Icy Wind off first. Oh, they actually Sandtomb us. Interesting. I feel like Sandtomb is going to not be the play, but maybe it is? I don't know. Can they farm us down now? I don't think they can farm us down super easily. Not before I get another Swift off, at least. There's a lot of things that can be in the back right now. They've already been so strong against Malamar, so I'm hoping the final Pokemon, whatever it is, I have more play into. Or, alright. Like, Diggersby should be able to survive whatever they throw here. Swift puts him down pretty low. How many things do I want to no-shield this game, right? Because if I no-shield everything, then I'm going to have no HP. Ow. Okay, save a move there, actually. And I do get a farm down against this, which is good. But I only have a Fire Punch loaded right now. Shadow Steelix. I hate that so much, but it does make a lot of sense. They just go straight for the Psychic Fangs. And this is where it really comes down to if I can make the 50-50 call, right? Do they think that I'm going to bait them through 2 shields? They think I do! So I just land the Superpower, and I think I'm fine now, because I have a Fire Punch loaded. I should get 2 attacks off here. I think I'm fine. Dude, that is a team right there. I think we're going to win this, because I get a Foul Play in just a second. And I have that Fire Punch still in the back line. Oh my goodness, dude. I hate this team. I hate this team. And luckily, I'm not even in, like, 1 HP shield knockout range if they would have called that. Oh, okay, I'm glad I went straight for it there. That could have been really annoying. If they would have shielded that superpower, obviously, they'd probably win that game. But they no-shield because they're like, what psychopath switch locks himself with a superpower debuff? I guess this one. All right, a 3-2 set. Not too bad. Mudshot Diggersby is definitely a very interesting pick right now in the meta. I think Quick Attack might still be a pretty viable play, but Mudshot having more play into the steals and the ghosts is really nice, although Quick Attack's fast move pressure against a flying-type Pokemon could also be pretty good. It really depends on the Pokemon that you're seeing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.